I've decided that I'm going to eat at every quick service location on Disney World property. But free will isn't nearly as fun, so let's spin the wheel. Alright, welcome back to YouTube. I'm very excited to be back after my break, headed to the resorts that was very close to redemption. And let's see, a dining hall or a pool bar for this YouTube return. It's gonna be a pool bar, alright, nothing like a tropical vibe first thing in the new year. And let's see where it's landing. It's gonna be the Gurgling Suitcase. What a name. So Gurgling Suitcase is the pool bar at the Old Key West Resort. From what I could tell, it did open with the resort in 1991. I couldn't find any indication of a later opening date. But I did find out that it got its name from the Prohibition period. During that time, people had to smuggle alcohol into suitcases. And when you shook the suitcases, it would gurgle. Gurgling Suitcase. So, let's go to Old Key West for my first time at Gurgling Suitcase. Alright, so we are at Disney Springs. We're gonna catch a bus to Old Key West. As I've said many times before, and I'm gonna say many times again, you can't just park at the resorts unless you're staying there or you have a sit-down dining reservation within the next 2 hours. So you are going to have to find alternate transportation to get to the resorts when you want to go. My recommendation is just to take the buses. They're easy, they're quick, and if you park at Disney Springs, the parking is free to get there, so it keeps it resort hopping completely free. But you can also take a boat from Disney Springs. I think that's the only other way you can get to Old Key West. We're going to take a bus. Here we go. All right, we made it to Old Key West. The Gurgling Suitcase is right around the corner. It's a silly name, but anyway, it's right around the corner. Let's go. And let's get ranking. Category 1, theming and seating. All right, so we found one of the picnic tables that are nearby. They did give me my drink, so I'm gonna review that in a second. It looks like they're just gonna call our name when it's ready. They didn't give us a pager or anything, so we'll see. My first impression of the theme, I do think it's really cute in there. I like all of the little knickknacks and stuff on the wall. It feels like a local hole-in-the-wall spot of the resort, which I think helps fit into the overall vibe of the resort. Usually I factor the pool into the score, but I wouldn't say that it's particularly close to the pool. I would say it's definitely much more of a walk-up window for the resort than it is a true pool bar, just because it's not particularly close to the pool like all the other ones have been. I'll take another look at the pool on the way out because I can't even see it from where we're at, but that's okay because it is, it's cute in there. It's small. There's only 6 seats in there, but there are plenty of picnic tables and seats around in general because it's right next to Good Food to Go. But I really like the logo. The logo is really cute, so added points for that. I also do really like that we're right by the water, so we are eating by the water here, and that's really nice. It's a really good vibe. So if you can't be by the pool for it to be a true pool bar, it definitely just feels like an extension of a quick service place, like another option if you don't want to go to Good Food to Go rather than an actual pool bar in and of itself, which isn't a negative, it's just an observation. I would also like to mention that there is indoor seating as well. I just didn't know it until after I was done eating. If you head a little further back into the bar, there's this little section here that has a couple more tables. I think the theme is very well executed and fits perfectly into the Old Key West Resort. And I do like how it manages to stand on its own feet as its own thing rather than just a pool bar like some of the pool bars we've been to in the past. So I'll give the theme a 4.5 out of 5. I really do like it. Now, category 2, food. So along with drinks, Gurgling Suitcase serves your typical bar food menu, with a bit of a tropical twist for Key West. And while some of these dishes are exclusive to the bar, a lot of them are also found on the Olivia's Cafe menu, which is a table service restaurant right next door. And while the bar is open until 11 p.m., food is only served until 10. Looking at the menu, they do have one entree. The menu is a mix of stuff that's exclusive to the bar and stuff from Olivia's Cafe that you can just order, so that way you don't need a reservation to Olivia's in order to get that food. So they do have a burger on the menu that looks really good that is an Olivia's Cafe burger, so I think I'm gonna get that. I think we're also gonna get Hush Puppies, which are on the Olivia's menu, and then they have pulled pork nachos that are not on the Olivia menu, so I figure what better way to start the new year than by just having some pulled pork right off the bat. So I don't know what drink I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have to look at the drink menu a little closer for that one, and maybe a mocktail. Why not? Just in case the drink is bad, I need something to chase it down with, but let's go. Now the drink I went with is the Turtle Crawl, featuring white rum, coconut rum, and spiced rum, with grenadine, pineapple, orange, and key lime juice. So this is my drink in place of the dessert, since the pool bars don't have desserts. It's got a bunch of rum in it, like a bunch of different kinds of rum, but it's also got like, I believe like pineapple juice. It had grenadine in it. That's what called my name, because I love grenadine and Shirley Temples. So, all right, let's give it a shot. Ooh, that's really good. Tastes like boozy pineapple juice, pretty much. But the booze is like disguised by the pineapple juice enough that I still think, you know, it's got the right amount of alcohol level for me. Like, I think it's perfect. It's got a cherry on top. That's really fun. Oh my God, it's got a whole bunch of fruit. That's really fun. I really enjoy it. I don't think I can taste any grenadine though, which is the downside, because I was really excited for the grenadine, but maybe it's just working with the pineapple juice and I don't even know it. For my entree, I got the bacon jam cheeseburger, featuring cheddar, crispy onions, avocado, and bacon jam with house-made Key West ketchup and aioli. Okay, we got the food. Let's start with the burger. I forgot the pickles.
You forgot the pickles!
All right, I really like the burger. I think it's got a good flavor. It's a nice, like, you know, like it feels like a hangover burger, if that makes sense. Like, it is like a little greasy, but like not full sending into the bad way. Like, drinking and eating this burger feels like a perfect pair. So I can understand why they put it on the bars menu. I really like the crispy onions, the avocado, the sauce that they put on the side. I put it on the burger and I thought that that was good. Whether it's meant to or not, I did. So I think it's a really, really tasty burger. I can only imagine that it would be better just plated at Olivia's because, you know, it came a little deconstructed, and I'm sure when you get it at Olivia's it would probably come together, but I think it's really great. I like the addition of the avocado. I like the crispy onions on top. I think it's great. I think it's really good. $25? I don't know about all that, but it's the same price as it would be at Olivia's, so that's probably why. The fries, they're your average Disney fries. They have a slightly different seasoning that makes them a little better, but overall you can tell that they're just Disney fries. And that's fine. It's not as interesting. Next up, I tried the savory Hush Puppies. We're gonna try these Hush Puppies. They're massive. Look at that in there. Those look so fresh. Comes with a sauce. I don't know that I like the sauce. It's sort of got like this lime vibe going on that's like a little too limey. It veers too much in that direction. The Hush Puppies are more like, they're almost crab cakey in texture. And there's a reason for that. Let me explain what happened here. So on the actual menu at the restaurant, the Hush Puppies are a substitution for the conch fritters. So I think when I was asking about the Hush Puppies, something got a little lost in translation, and long story short, instead of getting Hush Puppies like I thought I asked for, I got conch fritters. Accidentally and against my will. But I didn't realize that until I got home. I have only had Hush Puppies one other time before this, and I just thought that maybe they were made a little unusually to fit into the Key West flair of the resort. But nope, they're conch fritters. Here are the Hush Puppies at Olivia's, and here are the conch fritters that I got. If they were served to me right next to each other, I would like to believe I would be able to tell the difference. But just being given to me on the claim that they were Hush Puppies, and they do kind of look like Hush Puppies, hey, I believed them. And it made for a silly story. So, here are the conch fritters served with a key lime mustard. So, coming on here to judge these as conch fritters and not Hush Puppies, they were fine. I mean, they did have a really good flavor. They were very fresh. I just don't think it's anything that I would ever choose to eat voluntarily. They were just a little too fishy for me, and I didn't like the key lime mustard. Now, lastly, I got a Gurgling Suitcase exclusive in the pulled pork nachos. These are potato chips topped with jalapeno, pepper jack, mozzarella, pico de gallo, sour cream, and of course, pulled pork. Lastly, we have the pulled pork nachos. From what I can tell, this is not available at Olivia's. These are a Gurgling Suitcase exclusive, because that name is so unappetizing. But they do have jalapeno on the top, so I'm gonna have to eat around them. Structurally, these chips can't really, I might need a fork, because structurally these chips can't really handle what's going on here. Oh boy, there we go. Alright, these are pretty good. I think my biggest critique of them is that it's potato chips and not like a true like nacho chip. So the potato chips can't really hold the weight of the meat. Like immediately I had to take out the fork. I couldn't even attempt with my hands unless I didn't want the meat on it. The meat is really good. It's very, very flavorful. It's delicious pulled pork. I really like this sour cream particularly. Like, oh, that was going to be such a good bite. Yeah, that sour cream with the pulled pork, they do taste really good. I just wish it was a different kind of chip. But ultimately, I think it's got like a good amount of toppings on it. Like, it's evenly distributed throughout the chips. Very little complaints about this one. You know, I just wish it was like a true nacho chip and no jalapenos. But you know, that's just me. I'm picky. But this is good. And it's definitely more of like a poolside choice than the other two. So yeah, we got some good food here. My final impressions on the food. I thought it was pretty good. It would probably be better fresh from Olivia's, but Olivia's requires a reservation, and right now the earliest Olivia's to go pickup window is for 2 hours in the future. So if you want something that's on the Gurgling Suitcase menu from Olivia's and you don't want to wait 2 hours or get the reservation, then I think it's a good alternative. It's good, yummy food that you can bring to the pool as a poolside snack. It's pretty good. Do I think it's the best food in the world? No. Do I think it's the best pool bar food we've had? No. To be honest, it's probably the weakest. But I still do think it's really good. Yes. Also, why is everything from pool bar so expensive? Like, all the pool bar episodes we've filmed have been so expensive. What is that about? What about taking it to the pool makes it so much more expensive? Overall, I do think I can recommend it if you are staying here. So I do think that the food here is the weakest out of the pool bars that I've been to. That's not to say that it's bad, that's just to say that it's not quite as good. The food's good, it's just not great. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. This is also where I'd like to mention that this is the first pool bar that I've seen that has merch. If you end up going here and really like it, head to the Old Key West gift shop. They have a t-shirt, a beer koozie, and a set of really cute Old Key West coasters, one of which is the Gurgling Suitcase logo. Lastly, did I discover something? Would I choose to eat here of the choices I usually make at Disney resorts? Probably not unless I'm staying here. I don't really think it's enough to go out of the way. I think the logo is really cute. There's that's perks, but I don't think it's enough to really go out of the way. And it's so close to the other locations that you can get food that I don't even really know that it's worth it from a pool bar perspective. You know, like if you want alcohol, obviously it's the way to go, but if you just want food, you might see something you like more on the goods to go menu, or maybe you're by the pool and willing to wait the 2 hours for the Olivia's to go menu. So I don't really know that it's necessarily worth it from a pool bar perspective either, but I don't think it's bad. You know, if you want something to eat and you're staying at the resort and you see something on the menu, go for it, because I still do think that it's pretty good. And the drink is really nice, so its number one priority is alcohol, and it's got good alcohol, So Gurgling Suitcase clocks in at a 7 out of 10, and I'm going to put it in 49th place out of 82. Although I would like to make clear that I do think it's the pool bar with the best vibe so far. So if you're just in it for some drinks and a good vibe, Gurgling Suitcase is the best out of the 3 I'd visited. But if you're looking for food, it's the weakest. But we'll see what's next.